If Lands Could Kill, featuring Knifecity, Ryke, Samhain Crow, and Hot Sauce.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of If Lands Could Kill. I'm Knifecity.
This is Ryke.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Samhain Crow.
Ah, God, these guys.
I forgot my name, dude. It's my bad. It's been too long.
And joining tonight, Peppermint Swirl.
All right, so we had to miss last week because of some scheduling issues, and, well, I'll let the rest of the cast explain why. But yeah, we had to miss last week. So, and I redirected everyone to this wonderful cartoon, you know, in place of our podcast. It was Retarded Animal Babies number 18. Newgrounds.com.
Great year, by the way. Great year.
yes. So go ahead and check that out. But why don't we catch up on what we've all been up to? That was a very weird punctuation.
Optimistic.
Yeah. What we've been up to. Is that punctuation? What's the word for that?
Hot sauce, what have you been up to?
Yeah, pretty much, huh? I got some good news, because I got a house.
We got some good news too here.
What?
Touch
You
some
got a
dicks.
house, bro?
Touch some dicks, dude.
Oh, yeah, you gotta touch dicks.
Whip them out right now, dude. I'll just do it right now. Let's do it.
Just put my big dick right up on the table.
Picks up first. I can fit my whole finger in that thing.
Yeah. Start to bite you.
Yeah.
Be careful, you might not get it back.
It's like a baby's hand.
It's like the Sarlacc pit.
I was going to say the same thing with the giant word from Star Wars.
Is it the very room we're in at this moment?
What, where the dick touches happen?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
No, the new house.
Oh, the new house.
Well, the room's not a house. Yeah, we are sitting in my dining room of this new fucking place I got, this townhome in East County. What's that? Oh my god.
God, dude.
Jesus Christ.
This house is used?
This
is not going
What
well.
a fucking train wreck this is. Jesus Christ.
Dude, there's a lot of echo in here.
Oh my god.
The TV's too high. I'm going to edit that out because they don't know what we're talking about.
I don't think they ever do. Oh my god.
So, Hot Sauce, what have you been up to lately?
Oh my god.
So you got a new house. We're sitting in it.
Yeah. 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Just me and my girl. And the old roommate's gonna be dragging his ass in here for a few months to see. But yeah, the fucking whole deal worked out. I tricked the bank, and now I get to say that I bought a house with no job. So it's pretty sweet.
Nice.
It's nice. I'm painting today. I was actually painting when these fuckers came over, and then I tried to get them to play Magic, and they didn't want to. They just wanted to watch me paint and have excuses.
Well, you're wearing those tight shorts
Bending over.
Daisy Dukes.
with the painted handprints on the butt cheeks.
The littlest cargo pockets I've ever seen.
The weird thing is that they were not the shape of my hands. They were
Of course
a
not.
little bigger.
Very Knife City-like. I've seen those hands before.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so anyways, I don't have much to talk about. I mean, like, I've just been fucking struggling to get everything in here. Moving in and cleaning the old fucking place so the other people can move in and shit. I haven't even, like, played any fucking games lately, honestly. Just Borderlands is, like, when I can. I haven't been on Moto since like, last podcast, for, like, 2 weeks. I haven't played fucking Magic in 2 weeks. Raheem won't fucking play with me because he's a dick.
What a dick.
I know. So,
a little bit inside then?
Yeah, a little bit. So, my list is pretty short. I mean, I've just been, like, not stressing, but, like, there's just not enough hours in the fucking day to do what you want when you're moving and stuff like that, so. It's been crazy. What do you guys think, though? The place is pretty sick?
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Nice and cozy.
I don't know about the paint. But
Yeah,
that's
paint's
pretty nice
fucking
otherwise.
ugly. This guy didn't even get finished painting. It's like different colors all over the fucking walls.
It's like a finger painting in here.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want to do it? You guys want to finger paint on the walls? Let's do it.
And a dick paint?
Let's just draw.
You know what, I was thinking
dicks
it, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah. Oh my god! Imagine if we just drew all over the walls and then sent it to Kelly.
Then you get the like different paint layers, and then later on down the road when the light hits it just right, you get
Is that
a little bit of a dick?
There's a mushroom stamp. Where'd that come from?
You know how people like, do the little texture, so they put like a sponge and like do the entire wall? We could do that with our dicks.
Yeah, just like get the
balls,
sponge, cut it into the shape of a dick, and just put dicks all over the place.
But I want my dick on the wall.
Get a little sponge. It'll just take more time because you got to get it. Use a big old fucking, whatever. Then you can big old donger. You like splat, splat, splat. And yours like kush, 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 kush. That's a sound your fucking dick makes. Kush, 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 kush. Anyway, this
We told this woman we wouldn't talk about this.
yeah, well,
She doesn't listen. She won't know.
the old dick slit. So yeah, what you been up to? What you been up to? What you been up to? Dick slit.
Big old name, Dick Slit.
Pass it off.
Is that the name of the cast? Is that the name of the episode?
No, I think it might be dick
Big
slit.
old dick slit.
Whenever I show up to a meeting, my sponsor's like, dick slit in the house!
This is the most personal cast ever.
That is something to be known for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to be known for something.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
I think Dick Slit. I don't want to be known for that.
Everyone's got something. I just don't. We just don't know what.
Everybody's curious.
I want to know what Ryke is. I don't know. He's just a quiet man. I can't put it up.
Oh, he's got a medium dick.
No, he talked about it. It's like a furry bush, like the little tiny mushroom head. Remember that?
Oh yeah, like what's it called?
Hangover.
Hangover. Yeah.
That's exactly
And the monkey plays with it. Yeah.
Well, speaking
Yeah, monkey bites on it.
speaking of my penis, my cock actually made its way onto the internet for the second time ever.
In 2 weeks.
What did you do?
So I took this picture. I was at the movies. I went to the bathroom. And like on the top of the
Like every
urinal.
good story starts.
On the top of the urinal, it looked like a emoticon, like a little sad face emoticon. And so as I was pissing, I'm like, oh, that's funny. I'll take a picture of it. And then I took the picture, and then I realized that, like, out of focus at the bottom of the picture was my dick. And I was like, that is going to be hilarious when I send it to people. They're like, oh, that does kind of look like an emoticon. What the fuck? So, anyways, I sent it around to the fellas, and
Who's the asshole who put it on Twitter?
apparently somebody put it on Twitter. Who will remain nameless? Rename?
Yeah, Renee.
Oh,
I don't want to name nameless. I don't want to remain nameless.
So Crow put it on Twitter, and what was hilarious was, like, I think earlier that day or the day before, Hot Sauce's mom had liked or favorited something I did on Twitter. And I was like, I didn't know she was on Twitter. So there's a good chance your mom has seen my penis.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
That's great. That's the best part. You're trying to even take it down. You're like, maybe I shouldn't have my cock out there. And you're like, oh yeah, and Sauce's mom follows me, so like really take it down. Like, that you want to leave it up that much more, right?
Yeah, right. That is the Crow way.
And the only other time my cock has been out there was the same situation. There was a picture, like, my cock was, you could kind of see it, And so I sent it to my sponsor, and he put it up on Facebook, where all my friends could see it.
And tagged you?
All the people, yes, and tagged me. But he didn't see my dick until his girlfriend was like, you can see his dick in that picture. And he's like, oh shit. So it was up on, like, Facebook for like half an hour.
Wow.
So,
that's awesome.
it gets around. And that's all.
Twitter, you can put like anything you fucking want on Twitter and they won't take it down.
Oh yeah.
Like I know like Facebook they will, and Instagram they'll take it down, but I think like Tumblr and Twitter they just do not give a shit. Like there's all kinds of porn star pussy all over that thing.
Oh yeah.
Twitter is a great place for racism.
Everywhere is a great place for racism.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm guessing like a
switching
dick.
subjects now.
I'm thinking like a dick with like a Hitler little bush on top of it.
Wearing like a white hood.
Just uncircumcised.
There you go. It's all pointy.
I saw this thing like back in the day. It was like a meme style picture where it had maybe like 10 dicks on it, right? And it was like dicks of the rich and famous, and so it had like a Hitler dick on there. It had like a Morgan Freeman dick, which was like freckled dick. It had like a like a dick from like, I don't even know, like I think it was like Kiss or something like that. So it had like long black curly hair going over the top of it. Or no, it was Howard Stern. Howard Stern dick. And it had, anyways, it had like all these dicks that, when you look at the dick and you look at like what the hair is and whatever's going on with the dick, it like looks like a famous person. So pretty weird. Internet's a weird place.
So now I have to make my dick look like a member of the Ku Klux Klan. And I'm going to post that picture. That's hilarious.
So make it look just like you then.
Yeah, a racist dick.
Put a picture of Jersey up there.
Using real names on the cat.
No, you have to when you do that.
His slit's too small to be passable.
Yeah, you enormous guy. I don't want to pick quarters in my cock.
over here.
So not everyone pees like a fire sprinkler? Like,
I'm all about coverage.
yeah. Oh my god.
So the other day, I found out that I'm getting a new dog.
After we had this dog conversation.
We just talked about it to where I was like, I'm going to put my foot down. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. So my girlfriend saw on Facebook that one of our friends was breeding like purebred English bulldogs. And they're like literally like a couple days old. And so she's just like freaked out. Oh my God, I want one. And so she went over there and checked it out and held it in her hand and all that fucking bullshit. And so I came home later that night and she was like, you know, I'm just telling you that we're getting this dog. And I'm like, we're not getting any more animals and that's that. Well, how come? I just don't fucking want any more animals. Like we have 2 dogs. That's perfect number, you know? And so, you know, we argued and classic, I'm not going to say woman logic, but classic my girlfriend logic, aka all women, is that you start at the focal point, you know, getting the new dog, and then you do this like big sweeping circle to where like, you know, you talk about how, you know, I'm not responsible, and then you circle over to, oh, you play too much Magic. Then you circle back around to, you know, all the effort. You don't do enough in this relationship. Just so you can get back to the dog. You know, it's like...
You forgot about the part where she brings up something you forgot or you fucked up on like 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, I can't believe you did something. That was 5 years ago. Oh my God.
So it's almost like... you know, just a confusion tactic. You know, to where you get so like flustered. And then when you finally get back to the dog, you're just like, fuck it. Like, just whatever, I don't care. So I was like, you know what? This is getting into a weird area argument where we're not even talking about the dog anymore. So I'm going to go sleep in the spare bedroom and we'll just talk about this in the morning because I just want to fucking go to sleep. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I go in the spare bedroom. No more than 5 minutes later, she comes in there, starts like shaking me. Hey, we're going to talk about this. No, I'm going to sleep. Hey, you're not going to sleep. And this lasted for another like half hour before I was just like I tried to talk logical, you know, where I was like, you know what? Well, the reason we're having this argument and maybe our needs aren't being filled in our relationship, like very logical, like deep psychological stuff. Where it's like, you know, maybe we need to pay more attention to each other because your need for a dog is because you're not being paid enough attention to, or, you know, blah, 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 and this and that. And she's like, no, I just want a fucking dog. And I was like, oh my God, Jesus, fuck. So I was just like, gave in. I was like, I just want to sleep. Seriously, you're like water torturing me, like Guantanamo Bay type of shit. I just want to sleep. And so, because I wanted to go to sleep, we're getting another fucking dog.
Dude, I saw that picture, and that thing is like the size of pack of cigarettes. The thing is it's tiny as shit.
I went today for the first time to go check it out because she like forced me to. And I just held it like in my hand easily. My hand could hold it.
Yeah, like in a breeze flew by and the dog like went sailing away.
Yeah. Not even a pound yet. So yeah, in about 6 to 8 weeks, gonna be getting another fucking dog. And so the stipulation made, which this doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I was just gonna clarify that for you.
Which doesn't mean anything. She's like, well, you can play as much Magic as you want.
That is going to last for a week.
I will say I have reaped the benefits so far because she has to stick to it because they don't have the dog yet. So actually twice since the last podcast, I was able to go over and play some Magic with Knife.
And actually,
which is awesome. That doesn't happen otherwise.
Today we were playing and she made dinner and then brought me out like a bowl of spaghetti and then just left while me and him were playing in the garage. Like I didn't hear any guff about it or anything. Like
It probably took everything in her. I bet when she came in the house, she's like, that motherfucker!
She could open the garage door and look out until she noticed that he was there. Until he noticed that she was there, she'd just give him this evil fucking death stare. I'm just like, I can't say anything to you right now because, oh my god, she's scared the shit out of me. Fuck. She's gonna eat you alive.
Here's the spaghetti. He goes back in. Motherfucker can't even. I make dinner. He can't even take the time out of the day to come inside and eat with me.
Yeah, that was the best there.
So that's what.
So we got 6 weeks of Magic to go here.
Yeah, just happy times. Saving up for the Vegas trip.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Totally stoked about that. I got a lot of time off from work from I think it's from Wednesday to Wednesday or something like that. So
perfect.
I just used up all my vacation.
So we can just stay there then.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go a little bit early.
Stay at the Super 8 motel.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Sleep in the car, whatever, I don't give a shit. But I feel like there's other shit that I want to talk about, but I don't fucking remember.
So what are the dates for Vegas?
The dates.
All of our fans want to come meet us. I know that
they're just
super excited,
pining to get to us. So it's the last weekend of May,
29th to the 31st.
Yes, those
Sweet.
dates.
Perfect.
And so, yeah, I don't know.
Decks to play?
It's sealed Modern Masters 2. Sealed. And you get
We're gonna bring our decks and we're gonna have a good time.
And we get a foil Grizzlebrand. And a very shitty looking playmat. Apparently the playmat last year, was this awesome looking playmat and you could sell it to the vendors for $40 or something. This year everyone's just shitting all over it because it looks super busy and super just shitty Las Vegas. It has etched champion on the front and then it has Vegas-y lights and stuff in the back.
Elvis in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Impersonator.
Getting that full Grizzlebrand's pretty sweet though.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Maybe
cool.
it's bring this playmat in for 10% off Cirque du Soleil or something.
Fucking dude, if anybody will give me money for that, I will just sell it to them. $10? Here, fucking take it.
I'll give you 5.
No. Not you.
Not you.
I'm the only guy who uses a playmat. You guys don't give a shit.
I did like the idea they had on Heavy Metal where they just get everyone's playmats and put it on the floor and just make a padded floor with that, or make a wall of just the playmats.
Yeah.
Get your girls sew them together and make a rug out of it.
Yeah, just make a fucking rug out of it. Yeah, just roll over this shit. I don't care.
Cheaper than flooring.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down to head out. I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday, and then because I think it starts on Thursday or Friday.
This coming?
No, end of May.
Okay.
So actually, on the way back, we could stop by your place because you're going to be moved up there by then, right?
What are the dates?
It's May 29th is when it starts.
We'll be heading back June
probably.
1st or something.
Yeah, I'll probably.
I'm so sad. Why you guys would leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
I'm trying to get away from you guys, but now you're hitting the road, taking it away.
Taking it on the road.
Bringing it to you.
That's actually the only reason we have him on the podcast is, we're just trying to spend as much quality time as we can with him. And
He doesn't bring any content, let's be honest.
No.
Okay. Fuck you. That's my piece. Mic drop. I'm out.
What you been up to, Ryke?
Oh, shit. So we didn't get to meet last week, which sucks, because we did have a ton of scheduling problems, but
He actually wants to play now.
Yeah.
Ryke's actually down to play some Magic.
Yeah, I've been playing
which is a new feeling for all of us.
some of those tiny leaders, but it sucks that we couldn't get in last week, and then we were going to do it last weekend, but we fucking ended up doing some other stuff. One of our friends ended up buying a house up in Murrieta, which is in Southern California.
How long is that drive?
It's an hour and a half, give or take.
It's less than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I hear it's worse with a hangover, though.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it's really bad with the
Hey, I didn't say that. I'll mention that after yours. Go ahead.
But yeah, we couldn't make the last podcast, but I'm glad that we can do this one. But I haven't been up too much. I've been working just like normal, fucking 8 to 5 job, which is awesome. But I haven't been playing too many games. I've been watching a lot more fucking YouTube, watching some. If any of you guys that follow gun stuff, it's a Hickok 45, which is awesome.
Hitchcock 45?
Hickok?
Hickok. Yeah, Hickok 45. This guy's fucking I don't know how old he is.
Is that his name?
Yeah. His real name is probably not Hickok. I don't know what his name is.
His parents literally named him Hickok 45.
Yeah, he's like 60 something, I think now. But he's like an older dude, but he's like fucking like some dude you probably just want to hang out with and go fucking shoot out in the desert with or something like that. But he's a really cool down earth guy on YouTube.
There's one thing I love, it's hanging out with older gentlemen in the desert shooting guns.
Yeah, this is the American's pastime.
Maybe he'll let me sleep in his tent.
Yeah, maybe we can,
Hey bro, you want to shoot some loads in my tent?
I just watch you fucking YouTube
Oh, they're
videos
blanks.
all day.
I'm 16.
Yeah, I haven't been playing any games. I've been playing Arma 3 a little bit. They released some downloadable content for it. Like, that's the new thing with Arma. It's so stupid. If you don't know what Arma is, it's just like a military, like, tactical kind of shooter. It's really just not that fun if you're not into it.
It's what DayZ came from.
Yes,
right?
DayZ's pretty much what DayZ is derived from.
It's a mod from DayZ. Or it's a mod from Arma 2.
Yeah, Arma 2.
Turned into DayZ.
Dude, just a little side note, I downloaded DayZ a long time ago, and I just can't get into it. Like, they need to make it's still like in the alpha stage, like after so many...
No, it's so bad.
How long can an alpha be an alpha? There's so many alphas now, and then you're like, oh my god, it's been 2 years, and they've added stuff, but it's not even complete.
Oh.
What are they fucking doing?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I regret it so much.
Yeah, I spent full price on that DayZ. It was like, $30, $40, and I played maybe 2 hours of it, and I haven't touched it since. I even tried reinstalling it a couple weeks ago just for shits and giggles, and it fucking will not launch. It's something to do with the anti-cheat that they use, the Battle Eye, and it just does not want to authenticate any of my shit, so I just said fucking just uninstalled it.
Well, stop fucking cheating.
I know, well I can't help but cheat because it helps me win. And I like to win. But, no, I've been playing, Arma 3, they came out with the DLC, which is called a Marksman DLC, which they added a bunch of rifles and they added a feature into the game that should have been in the game from the very fucking beginning. I don't know why they didn't add it, because it's the most wanted feature for this type of genre of a game.
Guns?
Which is, guns. They added rifles to a military game. But they added a feature where it's called weapon resting, was essentially, it's in first person shooters, your gun's just floating in front of you the whole time. But in this game, you have a pretty big weapon sway when you're kind of looking down the iron sights or through the scope or whatever. The gun's fucking all over the place, you have Parkinson's disease. But
Michael J. Fox is shooting at
Michael J. Fox is shooting the gun, and it's really hard to stabilize your aim. But they added a thing called weapon resting where you can fucking go up to an actual barrier or a wall or something like that, and actually in the game it doesn't show it in animation wise, but gameplay wise it's pretty much the essential of actually resting your weapon on a barrier or something like that to give you that stabilization so you can actually aim and shoot something. But it's something that's been in mods for the Arma for the longest time, and developers finally got smart enough to put it in there. But they had to put it in a DLC, which luckily they did it smart. They actually they'd have the DLC with all the weapon resting and all the cool features and stuff, but they gave it to the base game, so you don't actually have to buy the DLC to get that improvement to the game. You fucking have to buy the DLC for all the cool rifles and shit. So that's the way it is. But
for the DLC, how much is it per?
It's $15.
And what does it give you? It
just gives you 5 rifles.
It's just rifles, no new maps.
No, you get a ghillie suit, which is a bush that you wear, and that's about it. And 5 or 6 new rifles.
It's an expensive gun now.
It's pretty much I bought it as a donation because.
Is that what you call your penis, the ghillie?
I call it.
Well, it is super camouflage.
Yeah. It is in a dark room. It can be hidden.
So perfect.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, the ghillie. The ghillie.
Old ghillie.
Ghillie.
Gillie's Island.
Yeah, that's all. That's been me. It's been great.
That's been great. That's been.
I love being me.
I don't want to laugh at that, but that's funny for some reason.
What's up, Pep Sweezy?
Not a lot. No magic going on. The only time I get to play is when you fuckers cast, and you
I fucked it up for everybody.
Just be taking time off now.
I fucked it up for everybody. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Blame it on me.
No, before we get to Pep Sweezy, what happened up in Marietta?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even know the amount, but so we went out to
I know the amount.
The housewarming.
It's a lot.
How much is it to kill an elephant with alcohol?
We went out to a housewarming party, and the party started at 2 or 3. I got up there about what, probably 4:30.
It started at a winery.
Yeah, it started at a winery. Everyone had like, even the guy that
we
threw
did
it,
not drink though.
Oh yeah, no, we
at
didn't.
all.
No, because they had. Well, it's funny. We were driving over there, and there's a freaking DUI checkpoint on the way over there. So I'm like, well, I'm not.
Oh shit!
Good
You calling me fat? What was that?
That chair
broke the shit out of my furniture. Jesus Christ!
That's good.
Yeah, we're good.
Malaysian.
This made in Malaysia.
Okay, I want to see you fall to the ground though. It's so funny. So anyways, went to the winery or whatever. Didn't drink because of the fucking DUI checkpoint.
That's not why we drank. We didn't drink because we're responsible adults.
I just figured the tannins.
No, you're right. You're totally right. You're totally right, Sweezy.
How could you say no to the tannins?
Yeah, the tannins. Oh, are there tannins in here? They had we went to like the members club only area, and they had like fucking cheese and crackers in a plate or whatever. And we just, me and Sweezy we just stood next to her like, we gotta guard these cheese and crackers. We just sat there and just ate all the
Fighting off drunk women.
Yeah. And she's like putting her hand on you, oh, you're sexy. Oh my god, my husband's so shitty to me. And we're like, no, you just want the cheese and crackers. So,
I can't imagine you like the VIP section at a winery. Like that's so adult, and you guys are just like hawking down the crackers.
Oh, dude. They had some piece of chocolate that they gave to like pair with the wine or whatever, and I just got it and I just like fucking flicked it with my thumb like over by the people that were serving and shit like that. I was like, man, I don't give a fuck.
You weren't drinking?
Yeah, I wasn't even drinking. I was like, I was just like kind of bored in there, so we're just like doing whatever, you know.
He was doing what a drunk person would do, not drunk.
No alcohol whatsoever. So anyways, we did all that and we went back to the house, and then they had this like pizza cooking contest where they had like pre-made crusts, and then you just bring your own ingredients and you just make like whatever fucking pizza you want. It was actually a pretty good idea, and all the pizza tasted really good. Yeah, but during that time, first of all, everyone's already drunk from the winery, and then me and Sweezy were like, we need to catch up. Like, what the hell's going on here? So we bought a full bottle. We bought it's hard. We bought a bottle of bourbon, right? And Knob Creek rye, and we started drinking that thing, and then and they had beer there, so we had beer, and then they had wine there. They had like 30 bottles of wine there, like no shit. So, and wine is 15%, so that went somewhere. So anyways, by the time that Ryke fell asleep,
I was in bed by like 9:30.
Because he got shit faced way too quick.
He was swaying. He's like, hey.
The one time he drinks every 6 months, so you know.
Yeah.
He has some credit.
Like, man, that glass really put you on your ass.
Yeah.
That's like my mom, dude. Come on.
And then we just whisper, we're like, that's apple juice. It's apple juice the whole time.
We threw in like 2 tannins into it.
What the fuck did you get the tannins? Dude, I can make the Kessel run in 2 tannins.
2-part tannins.
I love a night when hot sauce goes in the squeak.
Oh my god.
Is anybody still listening?
It's so funny though. Alright, so, anyways, the whole point of the story, god damn it, is that I stayed up, I'm pretty sure by myself, all fucking night till the sun came up, but I probably blacked out around midnight, and so I proceeded to just get absolutely shit-faced, drinking everything in my sight, and then I was not better. That was Saturday night. I was not well until Wednesday. Like I had to leave
Which
work.
Was yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Casting on Thursday. So like Sunday, I slept all day. Like literally all night. I didn't even watch Game of Thrones. I just slept all night, all day, all night. And then Monday, I'm like, all right, I gotta go to work. I went to work. I obviously wasn't drunk, but I'm like, I shouldn't even be driving my fucking car right now. I just feel like shit. So I get to work. I go work like till lunchtime, and I'm like, I gotta go home. Guys, I feel like shit. And same thing Tuesday, I'm just like, I still just bubble guts all day, and then finally Wednesday I feel better. And now I'm having a beer right now, hey, how about that?
So I have to tell you, I hope you don't know that this happened.
Okay, go on.
Because it happened at like 2:30 in the morning. And I know
this is going to be real weird. But hey, this is a strange thing. When you don't know that it happened, now I'm going to get all red-faced and embarrassed.
They say the drunk you is the real you. But, I know Hot Sauce feels this way, but one of the guys there is he's a horse trainer.
Oh, no.
Right? He's a horse trainer. And we get into this, somehow I'm talking with the guy like an adult, you know, we're having an adult conversation about his interests. And I'm like, oh, that's what, and we start talking about horse races and, you know, is it cruel, but a horse really wants to run, all this stuff. So we're having this productive, getting to know the guy conversation, and somehow we get over to like, are there slaughterhouses for horses in Mexico and Canada, but not here? And Hot Sauce chimes
By the
in.
way, never know what they're talking about. So this is
Hot
for sure
Sauce
to me.
comes in, he's like, if that animal is delicious, it has to die so I can fucking eat it. Quote. That is a literal quote. And this guy lives a life consumed by horses. He does nothing but he's like, he's trying to be respectful of the guy, you know, he's like, is he fucking serious? I'm like, hey, and then he's like, he keeps going. Not even about horses. Like, it gets to like, would you eat your pet? He's like, they probably taste like shit, so no. And he's like, well, what if you sold your dog to a guy and you didn't know that dog was going to be your meal, and then you like bought your dog? Like, that'd be pretty fun. He's like, well, if it was good, then he had to fucking die so I could eat it. And that was the basis for the entire argument. So I tactfully, you know, release him from the conversation. I'm like, somebody fucking talk to him. I'm gonna change this.
That's one tasty burger.
And boom, somebody gave him something to talk about, and he's off and running.
Yes. Good, smart man.
Yes.
Easily distracted.
He also
Go play with
said
this ball.
one line, I love fucking talking down to people. When they think they know some shit, I love to talk down to them.
Sounds like me.
It was bananas. Oh man, it was the finest, not the finest moment, but it was a moment.
No, that's a great moment.
Oh,
That's
fantastic.
fantastic.
I don't take that back at all.
I love it. I woke up like, I'm so proud that happened.
I need a break, guys. I need a break.
A 3-day hangover. I mean, you're definitely not 19 anymore.
That fucking horse has to die so I can eat it.
That's such a great quote. I'll get that shit tattooed on him. That's his life quote. It's delicious. It must die so I can eat it.
So back to me. Not a lot of magic going on. I brought everything up to Myriad. I thought we might, you know, do
I
a
did
game
not
in.
bring any magic cards up there, unfortunately.
But nothing happened, so no magic for me. I've been playing Kerbal Space Program again, getting pretty heavy into that. I won't waste your guys' time because nobody cares about that game.
As long as you know.
Have you ever seen the YouTuber Scott Manley?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Awesome.
God in the Kerbal community.
Don't encourage him.
So,
I watch that guy pretty much I don't play Kerbal like Space Program like ever
yeah.
anymore, but I still watch that guy.
Have you found God? Is there like an objective, like go find God,
Yeah.
No.
and then do like an orbit around him?
This
and
is a
slingshot?
science type of program.
You crash and burn. That's it.
Nah,
If you
Dig up
If you dig for that, you're not going to do well at the game. But I got the news. I got my job that I've been pining for, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'll be moving away from you fuckers by the end of next month.
It's only about, you said, like 2.5 hours.
That was bullshit. Google was lying. It is 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's a little bit of drive.
Best case, no traffic. You know, Wednesday, middle of the day
Ugh.
kind of stuff.
Sucks.
So we're not going to see you for a while.
And the added benefit is it's a shithole. It sucks out there.
You have any horses out there?
I heard they're delicious.
No, it's actually, it's not that bad. It's like you dropped any other city in California in the middle of the desert. So it just has that added gloom hanging over it of living in a desolate wasteland.
Heroin everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the only thing to do.
Start tweaking.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
So, mixed feelings about the move, but definitely more than stoked about
Job
the
is
job. So
fucking sick.
the job is as cool as
It's right
it
up your
gets.
ass.
Oh yeah. Totally. I got a degree and I get to use it. Yeah, crazy.
That is absolutely crazy.
That is crazy.
There's a few guys that have degrees, and then they got into my union, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you ever?
Well, they came in as an officer, right?
Yeah, they came,
Shit.
yeah, they came in
I
as
signed up at the wrong table.
yeah, they got handed a fucking shovel and a broom for like a year. Here's your degree, boy.
I got a buddy who has an art history degree. Like, you got an art history degree? Like, was it because it was easy or what the fuck? He was a bouncer at a bar.
He likes to be
When he's home, dude, he's like a totally different person. He's all
He
feminine.
puts on the fucking opera.
Beating people's ass. Yeah. Have you read Voltaire? You need to read some Voltaire.
You tasted those tannins?
Oh, fucking damn it.
I don't know why he's Randy Savage all of a sudden. Snap into a tannin.
Wow. This is like the most obscure podcast we've ever done. This is like so all over the place.
I think we're trying to
I so love it though.
fill it because you're gonna have.
But we don't even need to fill it. We can totally get over with this shit in like 45 minutes, and it's already been like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Bro, what you got?
What do you got? Make it quick.
Well, I was unfortunately.
All
missed
right,
that
that's
last
enough.
Yeah, let me break another fucking chair. Go break another fucking chair.
You gotta let me finish my drink, man, and you gotta let me finish it. That was funny as hell.
So I was about to miss last week's podcast. Part of that was because we usually cast on Thursdays, but that was opening day for the Padres. And I am a...
What kind of game was that? Was it a good game?
Oh, super.
No, that was a
Great
bad
game,
game.
right?
It went 12 innings, we lost 1-0, so that wasn't a good game. But being a Hassan ticket holder, I've been to 4 of the first 7 home games, so that is, I'm actually a little sick right now. I think the amount of drinking I did had lowered my immunities. And I think I got sick from somebody on the trolley because we always trolley bar down there and shit. So
He has no more white blood cells.
yeah, I know.
Oh.
They're all
So like you stopped drinking, trying to recover. I just kept drinking because
Drink your way through to the other side.
Yeah,
Drink on through to the other side.
that's always my plan. So it's been great watching them because it's been an exciting year so far. And other than that, been playing a little bit of Moto and had a chance to play with Knife here twice. So that was great.
Moto in person.
In person twice.
Okay.
I haven't played him on Moto. I played against somebody like 2 days ago, and they're like a month into Magic, so I'm pretty sure I got them to be a new listener. I was talking to them about a few things, so that was good. Really, it's been kind of uneventful overall, other than, baseball time for me, so I'm excited for the new year here.
They actually did pretty good, right? They're like what?
6-4 right now.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, that is good.
So,
Well, remember they haven't been over the 50% more margins for like, did you say 10 years?
Yeah, easily.
Did you say that?
No, they've been years where they've gone up and then didn't finish well, but it's not like they all year long or under. But.
No. I'm pretty sure that there's some statistic for it that they're like 8 or 10 years where they're like wins to losses. They've had more losses than wins for the past like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not
haven't been-
sure where you heard that.
They haven't
but-
been good since like Finley was like center fielder.
Yeah, Finley, dude, that guy.
That
That's
one's
great. But it's a very exciting year. We've gone all out overall with the amount of trades and moves we made, so I'm very excited for it. I gotta save up now so I can not jinx it, but hopefully if I need the money for late season, I have it ready to go
Oh, I got my Chargers tickets again.
for the
I
final
don't know
year.
if it's a mistake or not. But they're coming in, so yeah.
You go check
It's
out
a good
those
thing.
LA Chargers.
When I have no job, it's really good to spend more money and make payments on stuff, so that's cool.
Perfect. I thought your mom bought the tickets and she took you.
She buys them, but I pay for like my ticket,
Gotcha.
Financed them this year.
Yeah.
Bundled them in with the house. You had to touch some dicks to get them.
If you give me these tickets, I'll touch them. the entire elite staff's dicks. Elite staff. Bring that elite staff on here. Bring me that elite staff right now. You guys didn't get that? I had to say like 4 times.
I got the last time.
Okay, good.
The last time.
Make sure their red windbreakers are open though. I'm fighting my way through.
They're going to be naked underneath them. And they're all just going to flash me. And I'm going to go boing on each of their dicks. That's it.
Like it's the stopper on a door. Like,
and even like the females have to wear like fake dicks. You know? I have to touch your dicks.
You guys seen that Vine video where a dude's wearing a fanny pack over his crotch? So he goes up to the elite chick to get into the football stadium, and she unzips his fanny pack and his dick's right there. She's just like,
and she just like plays it off like, oh, that was a good joke. Not like
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you were arrested.
This guy is crazy.
I just tricked you into touching my dick. Like,
dick in a fanny pack.
Was she like unzip feeling in there? Like,
No, she unzipped and saw right away. Like, oh.
That reminds me of this like old cop video, whatever. They have this guy like, you know, bust some fucking black dude in these big baggy pants, whatever. And so he like has him cuffed up, and then he's like feeling him up, and he's feeling his dick. And he's like, hey man, like it's like, you can see it. His hand is not where like my dick is. His hand's a little lower than my dick is. You know, his hand's like on his fucking leg basically. And the guy's like, hey man, what's that? What's that? He's like, dude, that's my dick, man. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? He's like, bullshit, man. Like, hey, what the hell are you holding? You know, whatever. And then like, you know, reaches in or whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, oh shit, it's your dick. One of those.
I like it in the black guy voice.
Yo,
that's my dick.
Yo, it's my dick, son. You're stepping on my dick, son. Back up.
all right, well, we did have the Dragons of Tarkir Pro Tour this past weekend. So, did you guys happen to catch any coverage?
Oh my god, your shoes.
Fuck yeah, you see these motherfuckers?
No, I haven't seen these shoes.
Fuck yeah!
Knifecity has fucking...
so much for that.
Sorry, Knifecity has some badass shoes. They're like, what are they, slip-on shoes? But they fucking have the Star Wars Episode 4 like movie poster on them.
And I think this one is for Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, yeah.
Well, this one is from A New Hope. This one's Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
You thought they were just for lots of
I just happened to
square footage for artwork. It's just so because you can't.
I was glancing down at nice dick slit, but my eyes drifted to his feet, and I saw those awesome shoes.
You have a foot fetish, I understand. You look at the dick.
That's his thing, huh?
You go for the dick.
Found it.
Go for the dick, and then you fucking stay for the feet.
Yeah. All right,
I just want to cuddle.
So I had to say that. Dragons, bro.
So there was some there's the Dragons of Tarkir Pro Tour that happened this last weekend. Did anyone check that shit out?
Yeah, I watched a decent amount of it. It was difficult though because it started so damn early, being in Brussels and all.
Yeah,
Brussels.
5 a.m. I think or something like that.
I think it was even earlier than that. Honestly, when they started doing the drafts and stuff.
Yeah, that sucks. I remember trying to check it out like at I think maybe 2 p.m. And then I just saw that it was over, and I was like, why is it over at 2 p.m.? That's weird.
Yeah.
I only watched some of the replays for like the limited. I didn't catch any of the constructed. Or I did watch when one of the days Crow came over. We watched, or I think it was a replay of the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I just watched some of the limited.
Do you like watching Limited?
I really enjoy watching limited, but I like watching like the actual drafting.
That's the thing I like, but I don't like watching Limited at all. Like watching them play, I don't get anything out of that at all. I'm totally flaccid, basically.
Yeah, I much prefer to actually watch them like draft the cards. And then once they start playing limited, I'm like, this is alright, you know, just to see like how their decks work out. But I much prefer watching constructed and then the actual drafting.
I like watching like Frank Lepore and like, you know, whoever else that is online on Twitch doing drafting. That's fine. Mainly because like it's kind of like silly and fun and like you're just chatting it up and I can get on the chat. Like that's one of those things that I do now, especially when I had time off. I'd chat it the fuck up on those streams, dude. I am like talking constantly on those things. Which is sick though because that means like I get like a ton of interaction.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So I get like, you know, every like 3 or 4 minutes he gets to bring up one of the things I said or whatever, you know, which is cool.
It's just like fun to interact because it's like as a podcast, that's what we want. So
Yeah.
when you provide entertainment, it's fun to get like feedback or at least interact with people listening or watching. So.
Yeah, no, it's really, I'm sure it's fun for him. I mean, it'd be fun for me if I was a streamer like that. A big shot. If I was a big shot.
Yeah.
But, no, I just think it's enjoyable to like, that the future is here and we have this interaction, you know, and it's all live and anyone can join and anyone can say anything. I'm actually subscribed with him right now. I'm paying that guy $5 a month.
Damn.
So speaking of the Pro Tour and interacting, they disabled the chat on Twitch.
They usually do that, right? Yeah.
Wait, but on SCG it's normally live. It's normally, you can only do like one thing per minute, right?
Unless you subscribe, they can do
unless you subscribe, yeah, but otherwise you can only have one thing per minute. If you try to type a second time, it's like, nope, gotta wait, sorry.
I'm glad because I equate it to leveling up in the Barrens on World of Warcraft. It's like the worst, most immature like chat area of the game. Because when you go into different areas of the game, it loads you to a different...
Why is that in World of Warcraft so...
Like if you go into this area, then the channel is you're in the Barrens chat, which is Barrens is the area. And if you go into a different area, then it's the Azeroth.
But why is Barrens so? Is that like where like lower players are?
Yeah, it's like where it's like
12-year-old
everyone starts out like around it, and then everyone comes to that central point.
Okay.
So it's just a bunch of notoriously just obnoxious and annoying and immature.
So those of you out there that understand that reference, then go outside.
Yeah.
So get off the damn computer.
So yeah, it was. I didn't see. Like I always disable a chat anyways when I'm watching Twitch, so it don't affect me none. But I'm glad they did it because I don't see. Like people are like, oh man, we can't like interact and blah blah blah, and it's like you're just talking to each other. Like what the fuck's the big deal?
Uh-oh, we got pictures of dicks? What's going on here?
No. I'm just noticing on the bottom of your earlobe, looks like you have a fucking dick imprinted formation on your earlobe.
Oh, you're typing.
No, I was just showing them there.
Where is that?
Yeah, this right here.
Oh, because I have like some kind of scar there or some kind of scab built up there. So it looks like I cut it or something like that. So I was like doing that. Is it?
No,
it's a good looking dick,
a
right?
ball sack and then
as long as
half-inch dick.
As long as it's a good looking dick, I don't care. I can have dick ears. I don't care.
You got dick arms, you got dick ears.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Dicks everywhere.
Now he's going to be all self-conscious.
What if my boss was like, "You got to cover up those dicks in here"? It's a fucking birth defect. I'm like, yeah, I just can't, and I have to sign a lawsuit and shit like that against him, you know. And
At least
you
it's
thought
not
that was
like Prince Albert going on the end of your dick ear.
What? Oh, this little guy? That little guy?
I'm sorry about the
only the left way.
You have a dick ear too.
It's not a dick, it's a...
Right?
It's a
dick ear, it's a mutation.
did you see that picture of Kevin Metal with the keys hanging off his dick?
No.
He had the head of his dick with his cock ring, and then keys hanging off. He like clipped his fucking keys onto his cock ring. And on the episode, they had like Maddie Studios was like, "Hey, like, what's up with your hand, dude?" Like, because it thought like the keys was there, and he thought like the dick was his hand holding the keys. He's like, "What's up with your hand?" And the guy and everyone's like quiet. He's like, "Oh, it's your dick." Yeah, anyway, it's pretty funny. That fucking Kevy is ridiculous. He's over the top. I enjoy that guy.
Yeah.
You guys see that picture going around where, you know how girls always take this picture like at the beach and it's like down their hips showing their legs at the beach kind of thing? And there's this guy and he's going like, I don't know why girls always post these pictures like this. And he's in the bathtub. And you can't see it until you like expand the picture and there's his nutsack just there.
Just like floating up.
Just
like
floating along.
in the ocean.
Wow.
It's a fucking hilarious picture, yeah.
Do nuts float in water? I don't know about that.
These nuts
Well,
don't
like-
flow.
These nuts don't float.
Yeah.
Don't tread on me.
Since like they're attached to your body, then like obviously they weigh down. But what if you're like cut your nuts off, would they just like? Whoop?
I wonder if they float.
You cut them off.
I don't know. Why don't you give it a shot?
Let's ask Ryke.
For science.
Let's ask his wife.
Let's get him out of her purse.
You'll probably have to go
She
get
probably
her.
has a special box. Come on.
Yeah.
No, she just throws them out.
Like in the corner of the room, just all covered in dirt.
My precious.
They're attached to the keys, so she can always find them. They're in the purse.
Yeah, they all have footprints all over them. Sorry.
Once again, so much goddamn editing. we talked about dicks for more than half this episode.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't get between a man and his passion.
Hey man, if it's delicious, then eat it.
They gotta die, man.
They gotta fucking die.
That's awful. Awfully.
So yeah, so let's talk about. Well, let's talk about the cheating. Actually, there was some cheaters,
Yeah, a couple of them.
McGeaters, cheaty pants.
I wouldn't expect anything less from those Europeans.
I don't know. It's weird that people cheat. Like, I guess, like if you're gonna cheat, like the highest reward there is worth cheating for. Instead of like, I'm gonna cheat to get like 2 packs at Friday Night Magic. Like if you're gonna cheat, you might as well cheat to get $40,000. You know what I mean?
That still sucks.
Oh, it's still shitty, and they're horrible people.
Don't even say that. That's mean. Why would you even say telling people out there to cheat? It's like, hey, it's okay to cheat.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying just do it.
For the time.
Don't be a pussy. Just cheat.
Yeah.
Just don't get caught.
Everyone else is doing it. Goddamn.
Yeah, so one dude frickin' was known for like doing shady maneuvers. Then I guess something happened in the board state where something happened and the dude called the judge over. And in the time between what happened and what he first told the judge, he then, like, another judge came over, I believe, and he told him a completely different story. So like, okay, well, obviously you're lying, you're DQ'd.
Wasn't that the player of the year last year? Wasn't that the dude?
I believe so. I think that was what
Patrick
happened.
Chapin?
They DQ'd him now?
No. Yeah.
Pulled him out, huh?
No, he was known for doing shady shit and then changed his story to a judge.
It was probably that fucking Brian Kibler, man. I bet it was him.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I bet it was,
Sexy dad.
Yeah, sexy dad. I'd sex him up all night.
A dilf, huh? Good old dilf.
Put on your fucking kiss the cook apron, sexy dad.
He'll load you up with some tannins.
Yeah, give me those tannins.
So there's this dude, Steven Speck, who I guess he's a relatively big dude, not like fat, but like just large.
I was gonna say.
Well, I mean like large as in like big hands. This isn't going well.
Like, dude, he's a skinny guy, so your comments here aren't really going for you.
So we're saying he's hot.
You're gonna say he's got big hands, sure, but
So there's this guy, Steven.
he's well hung.
Normal Magic player, gigantic cock.
My whole Sunday is shot. So much
You should have made a comment how much more editing to do. This is happening on
My
purpose.
eyes are like burning so laughing so much. This is a good time.
Oh. So there was this guy, Steven Speck, and apparently he had double sleeved his deck. So, when you handle like a 60 card deck, it feels like 60 cards. Or when you're playing tiny leaders, 50 cards, you can obviously tell there's less than 60 and so forth. Commander or whatever, you can tell there's a shitload. And so,
That's a good number.
yeah, shitload. So he double sleeved them, so it's bigger than normal, so you can't really
Throws you off when you touch what you're used to grabbing.
Yeah, you can't really gauge it too well. And so what he did was he palmed, was it a complete 7?
Complete 7.
He palmed a complete 7 and then presented his deck for his opponent to shuffle. So the reason I was saying he was a bigger guy is because he had big enough hands to palm 7 double-sleeved cards.
That is impressive.
Yeah, so, and then,
I'm not even mad.
So where did he put him? On his lap or something like that? Or?
I don't know. All I know is
I'm not sure if there's a video of it or not, but people speculate that he maybe put him on his lap or maybe put him like over his sideboard until okay, now I got my deck. Well, now I'm gonna, you rearrange it because it's not quite form fitted when you get it back, so you would tweak it a little bit and put it back in place so nothing happened and then draw a 7.
So, his opponent was kind of suspicious, so he ended up pile shuffling his deck, where you put it into 4 equal piles or 7 piles or however you want to do it. And I guess the guy started to get really perturbed, oh, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. And, so it ended up only 53 cards were there, and that's how they found out he was cheating. And he got disqualified. I don't know why, WotC doesn't just lifetime ban people. If you get caught cheating at the Pro Tour, fuck you, you're banned for life.
No, you should. You should be able to maybe play F&M or whatever because it's not a big deal or whatever. Maybe that's most of all I'm saying. But let them play or whatever, and let them go do the little store shit. But do not allow them to make $1 off of these big tournaments. Do not allow them the chance
to
make a top anything. No dollars, no nothing. Just no sanctioned play, except for maybe F&M at the most, and even still, give them like 5 fucking years before they can play.
It just comes down to if they didn't do that, if they allowed them to like play, like no matter what, if he ever wins or does well again, it's always going to be in question. It's just bad PR for Magic in general. So completely agree. You should completely ban him from any kind of Pro Tour or legitimate money competitions.
You know what'd be funny is if you ban them and they're like, well, you can still play Magic online.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, shit!
You can't cheat very easily there.
And you can't play very easily there either.
Well, you can't do a lot of things there, yeah.
So, yeah, I think there was one other incident. Not cheating, but...
There was an incident, and I didn't really look into it, but I watched it, and where they had this guy did an end hostilities.
Okay.
Right? Like, it was coming down to where the guy that ended up drawing the end hostilities off the top of the deck, he was basically about to lose. And the other guy had pressure, and he grabs the card off top and he's like, puts it right down. He's like, boom, man, hostilities. And so the guy picks up his creatures, and as he picks up his creatures, he picks up one of his Scrylands and puts the Scryland into his hand, and the creatures, like in this one swift movement, he's just like, oh, let me get the Scryland, let me get the creatures. Creatures go in the graveyard, Scryland back to the hand, and then it goes back, after end hostilities, end of his turn, obviously, it goes back to the guy that picked up Scryland. And so he gets, pulls the top card off, so it's in a little shuffle, whatever, and then boom, he scries, looks at it, bottoms it or whatever, however it was, and it's like, what the, like, totally on. It was like pretty easy to pick up. I mean, it's lands and creatures in different places. And he just like, the Scryland land was on the very left of his land pile, and he just scooped them all up in one motion or however the fuck it went. So I'm like, that's like it's a small cheat. I mean, it's cheating. Cheating is, no matter small or big, it's all cheating. But I mean, like, all he wanted to do was just like see what that next card was to see if like that would help him win. Yeah. And he ended up winning too. So like, that could have been the thing that helped him win. Yeah. His opponent was in like, was in fucking shallow water. Like, he was about to lose, but, still, I mean, that's like one of those things. I'm like, why the fuck would you even do that,
There was another incident which was accidental. I forget, it was one of the pros or whatever.
Patrick Chapin.
Yeah.
He's in
where
complete accident.
He minused Johnny, Mentor of Heroes. That's the one, right? The white and the green one?
Yes.
And
the 100 life.
No, plus.
Oh, he plus,
that's
right.
Oh, he didn't reveal the card.
Yes.
Okay,
so he plus one and look at the top X amount of cards, and then you can put a creature card or enchantment aura or planeswalker into your hand or something like that. So anyways, what he had done is he pulled 3 lands and Tasigur. So obviously the only card he could take was Tasigur. So, he put the lands on bottom of the library, wherever you're supposed to put them. And then he went and placed Tasigur directly on top of the cards that were in his hand, which were on the table at the time, without revealing it. So his opponent was like, hey, you didn't reveal the card. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's the one right on top. It's Tasigur. But Judge came over and ruled that since it touched his other cards, it was a part of his hand, and he hadn't revealed it. And so that basically gave him a game loss for it because it's a rules violation. And everyone was like, oh, all these arguments like, well, everyone concede that it's on top. Even his opponent conceded it was on top, or the game was on live coverage, so why don't they just rewind the coverage and blah, blah, blah. But basically it came down to that that's one of those rules that they kind of have to have a hard line on because it's so easy to abuse, if they were to kind of do it on a case-by-case basis. So people were saying like, oh, why don't they just go look at coverage? And it's like, that would take forever. That would take so many resources. It's not like...
And it's not fair to the other players who aren't on camera.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the NFL, where they have it ready to go. And also, like you were saying, it's not fair to the other players who aren't on camera, who can't say to the judge, oh, just look at the replay. They don't have that luxury, so then whoever's playing on camera, which is generally pros, have an advantage over people who are just playing at the regular tables. And so the rule is, once it touches, that's it. It doesn't matter, if your opponent sees you the turn before and they knew what was in your hand. As soon as it touches, boom, that's it. Game loss.
So what do you guys feel about that? Let's go around the table and see what you guys think.
What do you think, Ryke?
I think it is awesome that they should enforce the same rule no matter what.
So like, yeah, it's fair. Like
That's
they should.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't pick and choose like, oh, just because we had it recorded, you can't. There has to be order to this fucking magic.
What do you think, Sweezy? What do you think?
Sorry.
I totally think the hard line's the way to go. I mean, if it applies to one, it applies to all, and I think you guys raised good points about not everybody has that same advantage.
I thoroughly agree that what the end of outcome of it was the right call on it. People are trying to say, oh, Chapin was trying to cheat and this and that. Because there was also another mistake in that same move, but it was getting down to late game, every little decision mattered. And like the turn had gone so long that he also on that same turn accidentally played a second land that same turn. But it was very obvious, like he was sweating it out, like trying to think every little thing. He almost ultimated Ugin first before doing the Ajani move, and he started to do that and went backwards, so then he played the other land without like thinking. He just like stepped forward, then stepped back and forgot he already played the land, and he wasn't trying to cheat. It was just a very intense moment. People were like, oh, Chapin's a fucking cheater now, blah, blah, blah. No. And then he went on forever trying to like explain and get away with it, but it's like he wasn't trying to cheat through it. He just, at that point, like it sucked because yeah, it did touch his hand, and that's the rule, and that's why his game lost. He's just trying to clarify that rule and get that answer because it just sucked because he was in a position where he was going to win the game with the moves he was about to do, and the accidental brain fart of touching the Tassiger to the other card without revealing made him lose that game.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunate. The judge made the right call. But people trying to say Chapin's a cheater and this and blah, blah, blah. No, you're wrong. He wasn't trying to cheat. It was just a very labor-intensive movement. And just shown on camera, any pro can make that same brain fart that any one of us can make in any kitchen table or Friday Night Magic game that we play. And shit happens. It wasn't on purpose.
And like, even if it was an accident, like, there comes a point where you can't really rewind the game state, to fix the mistake. So if you make a mistake, sometimes you just have to fucking pay the consequences, of the mistake. And that was, a game loss. And, I had another good point I was going to throw in there.
Yeah, it's a shitty loss, but it has to be that way. Especially at a Pro Tour level, it has to be that way. And the judge did make a good call.
And also, I guess they, people were saying, it's good that they showed, a judge call on camera, to kind of get people to see what it's like or whatever. But then Chapin went to go appeal to the higher judge, and they stayed on it. So that's fucking boring ass,
15 minutes of nothing.
Yeah, 15 minutes of nothing, just going through the same shit. And so people were saying they should have cut it to a different game before the appeal.
Oh yeah.
And so
I agree with that, yeah.
And then
it's entertainment online.
And plus, Chapin's sitting there, trying to argue his point, maybe trying to paint a picture that was a little bit more favorable, but basically he's just sitting there arguing why it should be okay. And so that's not cool that, he's stuck on camera.
I know, it made him look so bad.
Yeah, it made him look like a dick.
And if you think about it, if you were really at that kind of a high stakes situation, you do everything you could to get your simple, basic, non-game altering mistake turned around. It was it was a whiny little bitch. You would be doing the same fucking thing in that spot. Yeah. Let's be realistic here.
You're not going to be well, I guess I lose. No, you're going to try and fucking...
money is on the line.
Yeah, you're going to try and make it right. But, that sucked that whether he was cheating or not, it was general consensus that it was just kind of a mistake. It was a couple misplays or whatever. And he paid the price for it, but I guess that was his first match loss of the day, so that kind of sucked.
What was he playing? You guys know? It's some.
Well,
it was Abzan.
Yeah, if you had
Abzan control, I'm guessing.
If you had white and green, probably Abzan. But let's check out the top 8.
All right, top 8 time. You want to go there? Let's go there.
Let's go there.
So there's new cards now, man. I mean, it's exciting times. It's really exciting times.
You know what? I was kind of disappointed just because of the finals was fast-ass aggro versus slow-ass control.
Which means, where it's going to go after, 5 minutes. You're either for the aggro deck won, or it's going to take 25 minutes, and then...
Pretty much by turn 4, you're going to know who's going to win. Because either he has the Drown in Sorrow, or he doesn't have the Drown in Sorrow. Or he has the Crux of Fate, or he doesn't have the Crux of Fate.
But that was pretty much what the whole tournament was. They showed the statistics, and I forget what the exact numbers were, but it was something like... over half the field was playing a red aggro or some form of aggro, and not half the field. So, I mean, a lot of the field was playing that, and the next large chunk of the field was playing blue-black control.
Yeah.
And then everything else was scattered through.
Like in the top 8,
those
there
were the
was
2 main decks that went through.
I can tell you the top 8 list right now.
how many? Just go ahead and list it off.
Okay, so top 8 was red-green aggro, which they're calling it red-green aggro, but it's like there's like big drops in this shit. You know, like there's Dragon Lord, Atarka.
Which deck is this?
This is the number 1, Martin Dang. Guy from Sweden,
Asian Danish.
Asian Danish. So he had first place.
So it was basically mono red splashing green for Atarka's command, correct?
And I think for the dragon also.
They played Omri, or not Omri.
And Xenagos in the sideboard, I think. Yeah, let's see here. Like it is. Well, no. Let's just see. Let's see. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you're right. I think it is only splashing green. For Atarka's command.
Because Atarka's command is pretty fucking bonkers.
I wish I would have got some.
Actually, and Destructive Revelry.
In the sideboard.
That's
right. And yeah, you're right. There's actually nothing else. It's funny, he's playing like 4 mana confluence just for that. Which you should do, because you're an aggro deck. But it was Foundry, Street Denizen, Frenzied Goblin as a 1-of, 2 Goblin Rabble Masters, 1 Lightning Berserker, 4 Monastery Swift Spears, 3 Zergo Bell Strikers, and then the rest of it was Wild Slash, Took the Flames, Lightning Strike, 4 of Dragon Fodder and Hordeling Outburst. And I really actually used one other card that I really liked. 1 Become Immense.
Ah, yes.
Sexy.
That was.
And 1 is exactly what you need. Nothing else. Just that 1. You don't want to have them stuck in your hand, but 1 will always work. So that's a fucking sweet card to put in there. And then Atarka's Command, because that's the bonkers card. So, and then the sideboard is like pretty standard fare. Like it's going to be Eidolon of the Great Revel, makes sense for like control stuff. And then Roast, makes sense for Abzani stuff. And Scouring Sands, which is like mirror match type stuff. 1 Goblin Heel Cutter. I'm guessing for control also. Destructive Revelry for all the enchantment shit out there. And 2 Hall of Triumph, which I do not know where you would put that exactly. Hall of Triumph. I guess that could work against the blue-black dragon. Get the -1/-1. Maybe. I don't know what else it would really like.
Maybe
I know it's like kind of quicker, but it's not quicker. Like creatures are quicker than the.
For a mirror match?
Maybe for a mirror match. That could be it. I mean, like, I don't really know.
I don't know.
So Hall of Triumph. I mean, like it's a very powerful card, but I'm curious. Like, it's not going to make the deck faster, in my sense. I think it'll make it slower but bigger.
Yeah.
So like, what is that meant for? So yeah, but it has 2 of those in there. So anyways, going down the list, we have blue-black control for second place. Third place was green-red devotion. Which actually, let me look at that list.
It's basically just green devotion splashing red.
Yeah, for what though? I'm thinking. Let's see here. Red. Oh, Dragon Lord, Atarka. They had 4 of. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of Dragon Lord.
He did
That's
some
insane.
fucking work.
But he has 4 See the Unwrittens, which makes it like just the most bonkers shit. The one that brings out 8. You look at the top, 8 cards of your library, and put 1 creature onto the battlefield. If you have, if you control a creature 4 or greater,
it's ferocious
trigger, then you get to get 2 creatures. So that would be sick to get a Dragon Lord Atarka and say like a fucking Boon Satyr or whatever. So actually that with a Surak, the Hunt Collar, so you can give it like haste. That would be fucking bonkers.
I think I saw him do that one time.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Pretty sick.
Sideboard is Nissa Worldwaker, which is making 4/4 tramplers out of your lands. And
did he play Atarka's Command as well?
He played Atarka's Command.
Okay.
No, not even sideboard. And then it had, of course, like Nylea's Disciple for aggro stuff. And Xenagos Reveler as a 3-of, and Arbor Colossus as a 3-of. Arbor Colossus has seen some play. Like, I've seen it in, like, basically every sideboard for green. It's getting there. It used to be like a 1 or 2 of, now I've seen like a 3 or 4 of.
It's not going to go up in price, unfortunately.
No.
I have a foil one. I'm just like, come on.
Absolutely not.
20 cents?
So, other than that, like, there was another blue-black control in 4th. And then red-green mid-range, which is like actual red-green mid-range. The standard,
Dragon.
Sirach, Thunderbreak Regent, Stormbreath Dragon, Rattleclaw Mystic,
Flukernos.
Air of the Wilds.
I don't think
No
they don't
Flukernos.
play Flukernos.
No, the Thunderbreak is now in that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better, way better.
Exactly. So, they took out the Nykthos out of it to make, like, I don't know if they had Nykthos in the beginning. I don't know if it did or not.
Probably make the mana a lot easier.
Yeah, so, like, they just have that, and then one Haven of the Spirit Dragon to get back a dragon, because that'd be sick as hell to, like, get it back a Thunderbreak or
And
a
you sack the
Stormbreath.
land.
Yeah, you sack the land. So you do that, and then it had 4 Goblin Rabblemaster, 4 Elfish Mystic, and 4 Boom Satyr. So it is an all-around good, that's a good build. Why not? That's gotta be good against damn near anybody.
So.
Boon Satyrs coming back.
Yeah,
I do like
Fucking
Boomsayer.
weird.
That flash ability is
Flash
so
is
nice.
fucking sick. Also, it has 2 copies of Draconic Roar, 1 Roast, and 4 Crater's Claws. So that's kind of cool too. I like the 2 copies of Draconic Roar. I mean, like, you're playing 8 dragons, why the hell not? So, I'm down with that. Anyways, moving on. We have 6th place was Abzan Control, which is, they're just all the same still. It's just Abzan Control. Like, it has Elspeth, maybe an Ugin, maybe a Johnny, and then...
Any new cards?
What's that? In that? I could check it out. Let me see. I've not even clicked on it.
A lot of the Abzan builds didn't.
They're
use
just
any new
they're
cards.
just the same. I mean, they have like one new thing.
Well, there wasn't that many great Abzan cards that came out of Dragon.
Okay, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to tell you right now that there are in the main deck there are 2 ultimate prices, and in the sideboard there are no new cards.
Yep.
Like there's straight up just 2 ultimate prices and everything else is exactly the same.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So the control, like, you're looking at, they're pretty much all the same, and they just kind of mix and match. Like how Abzan has always been. Just like, you have certain cards, and it's like, well, do you want 4 of those, or do you want 3 of those? Do you want to play 4 Abzan Charms? Do you want, you just mix and match, whatever you think's better. So Elspeth, Liliana Vest has 1, Ugin has 1, 4 Abzan Charms, 4 Heroes Downfall, 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Utter End, 2 Ultimate Price, 2 Bile-Blight, 1 End Hostilities. And for creatures, they had 4 Coursers, 4 Siege Rhino, and 2 Tassiger. Which most of them I see are like 1 Tassiger along with 4 Siege Rhino and 4 Courser, and then usually 2 Elspeth and 1 Ugin, and then the rest of it's just like removal. So just pretty basic stuff.
What's next?
After that was Green Red Devotion. So
And this one was a little bit of a different flavor, if I'm correct.
let's see what we got here. This one it's the same thing with, it's actually pretty different. I'm sorry. It's more the Whisperwood Elemental route.
Right.
So it has Shaman of the Forgotten Ways.
Which one's that?
Which is that morph creature, which I've actually seen, I've seen it in stand. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, that's the one that, that's weird.
You pay 11, you bring your life totals down to how many creatures you have.
Yeah, it's the one that you can tap it and then you get 2 mana of any color. I thought it was the morph guy. My bad.
That's weird.
Yeah, so that's totally weird that they would have that in here, but they have 2 of those, 4 Sylvan Caryatids, 4 Voyaging Satyr, 2 Whisperwood Elementals, 4 Pelucranos. So I'm pretty sure all of this shit is really going for Pelucranos, Devotion. 4 has 4 Nykthos in it. This thing's going for Devotion. And Voyaging Satyr, 4 Nykthos. Devotion. 1 Hornet Queen, 4 Genesis Hydra. Well, there you go.
Baby.
4 Elfish Mystic, 3 Dragon Lord Atarka.
I love Genesis Wave.
Yeah, let's bring that back. Let's bring it back. 1 Arbor Colossus, which is nice just for the monstrosity too, besides being able to block everything in the air. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then 2 Xenagos Reveler, if I didn't say that already, but.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then there was another...
Oh. And scene. Anyways, I pretty much covered what that deck was, right? Pretty much?
Yeah.
More or less. Past that, it's kind of, okay, you know what, there's actually one more exciting thing, which I really like watching, which is the Esper Control.
Esper Control.
I mean, why are we saying that? Oh, I like watching Esper Control now. I do though, it's kind of fun.
I could never.
It's, cause it actually uses creatures besides 1 fucking Aetherling from back in the day, so. 3 Dragon Lord, Ojutai, 2 Solongar, Drifting Death, 1 Ugin, and the rest of them are just straight up, controlling
so
the
just
board.
dragon control, basically.
Yeah, dragon control. But it allows it to run, for Solongar's Scorn.
What's that?
Wait, is that the same one? Wait, is that the same one? That's the one that the counter spell, right?
Yeah, double blue.
Double blue.
That's right.
You counter it unless they pay 1 if you control a dragon, or if you have 1 in your hand, then you are able to just counter that spell. So it's just counter spells. People are
all up on that card's nuts. Counter spell
that
is
and anticipate.
back. Yeah, back on the fucking map.
Yeah, and it kind of is. I mean, like, they hold it the whole time, until like they're ready for it, and then.
That's what I'm talking about. Like everybody's playing on curve right now, so it's like it just most of the time without even having to have the dragon, it's just a counter spell.
Yeah,
without even having to worry
Everyone's
about
tapping out for
another one he had a 2 of is another one of these dragon cards is Foul Tongue Invocation, which is an instant for 3, 2 and a black. As an additional cost to cast this motherfucker, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Target player sacrifices a creature. If you reveal a dragon card or control a dragon as you cast it, you gain 4 life. So for 3 mana, you sack a creature and you gain 4 life. Like, that's relevant when
you're facing Salumgar the Drifting Death.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's going to be relevant to basically anything as long as it's not token style deck or whatever. So yeah, that's not too bad. I'm sure it worked out for him. So he did get top.
Pretty sweet and limited. Look at that.
Yeah, he got 8th place. And that rounds off the top 8.
So I brought up a list of the constructed, basically just the constructed decks and what their records were. So 3 players won all 9 rounds, so they went 9-0. And then 2 of them went 8-1-1, and 11 more went 8-2. So the way the Pro Tour works, it's half, limited, half constructed. So technically, to get into the top 8, you could just do okay in constructed and just kick ass in limited and make it to the top 8. So those constructed top 8 decks aren't necessarily the cream of the crop, although they probably are.
They probably are.
Probably.
And I think we've talked about this before. But I just wanted to look up some of the lists, and I actually haven't had a chance to look at them, but it looks like there's an Abzan list. Brad Nelson played with some Fleece Mains, Rashaka's Death Dealers, Warden of the First Tree, and
Abzan aggro.
Yeah, Anafenzas, Surak.
Is the new Anafenza in there? That'd be weird, but I'm just curious. Double white one?
No.
Okay.
And then Siege Rhino, of course, so it's aggro-ish. And
That's
then
the standard. That's what it's been the past 3 months.
Yeah, it hasn't changed really too much.
Let's see if there's any, surprising decks out here. Another blue-black.
Blue-black, I mean, what do they get? They got Anticipate. That's in there now. They have that counterspell, that's in there now, the dragon one.
Yeah, the new Salumgar, along with the old Salumgar.
Which actually, that thing is a fucking beast, man. God damn, that thing comes down, that ruins your day.
There's a Master of the Unseen list that has 2 Deathmiss Raptors. Alright.
Imagine taking, for Abzan control, you cast that new Salumgar and steal their Elspeth.
That was, like I said, on camera they showed a match.
God
that was
damn.
2 tight games, and then in game 3, again, another tight game. And the finisher was, one dude had nothing on the board, another guy threw down an Elspeth or an Ugin, or whatever Planeswalker it was. And he's like, yeah, okay, that hits. Salumgar.
Yeah.
Take your fucking Planeswalker. Finish the game.
Exactly. I saw another one where they dropped the Surak, the Hunt Color or whatever it is, and then the other opponent dropped the Slumgar and stole it, and once it came to combat, it gave them both haste.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, that was
sweet.
Fucking awesome.
So,
or it gave it haste, so it was awesome.
Here's a Sam Black's list. He went 8-2. Pretty weird list. 3 Xenagos. The Reveler.
Well, this is the Bees list.
2 Chandra, Pyromaster. Elvish Mystic, Southern Caryatid, Courser, of course. And here we go, 4 Hornet's Nest.
Dude, Chandra and Hornet's Nest, baby.
We got,
all day.
Yeah, we got, Pelucranos, Ashcloud Phoenix, Stormbreath, Whisperwood, and 1 Dragonlord Atarka.
The roast in there, what?
There's 3 Roast.
Fuck yeah, there are.
4 Court of Colin. And 3 Tessian, 3 Cetacean Tactics.
Exactly, it's all about that hornet.
It's all about that hornet nest.
It's a hornet's nest.
It's a hornet's deck.
Hornet's deck.
So yeah, that's actually, I might want
Hornet's Nest and Roast.
I play that.
Hornet's Nest and Chandra. Quarter calling into Hornet's Nest for a trick block. All this shit is ridiculous.
Play that list.
That sounds.
I might want to build it in standard. That looks fun.
Super fun.
Looks like a dick hair.
Him and like 4 of the guys, including his Raheem look-like friend Justin Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who played Amulet Bloom. Mm-hmm. He was playing that list too. There's like 5 guys in that group of players.
So now you gotta bring back that exile target creature at power 2 or less, and then they gain 4 life or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
The one that was again, what was it called?
Last Breath.
Yeah,
Last Breath. You gotta bring that. I'll bring 4 up in the sideboard against you.
So it looks like there's a lot more red aggro, blue-black control, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't look like there's anything too crazy in the rest of this list.
My question to you.
That was a weekend at Burning Man.
Definitely.
My
That was
question
good.
to you is,
Ryke just falling
how
asleep.
much is Stormbat Dragon now? Because he hasn't been seeing some play.
I don't know, but I hope he's expensive
I'm
because
gonna
I want to
say-
sell that motherfucker.
No, I'm gonna say. Okay, want to get a guess? I'm gonna say $13.
I'll take that.
I would check the price,
16.
but my internet is shitty.
What do you guys think? Any guesses? Any guesses?
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
16.50.
Yeah,
I'm
about 16.
gonna go $1, Bob.
$1. Bob.
$1.
Oh, I forgot to talk about how I went on The Price is Right.
Oh,
I knew I
too
did
late for
stuff
that
this
now.
week.
This week.
I knew I did stuff.
Oh, it's
Average $17.
well, it's going up, baby.
I like it.
I got a double.
Since the high is 26, the foil average is 25. Whatever the fuck that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's not bad.
How's the Douchian channel in that?
What'd
you just say?
Chin Chow Po Hey. I don't know what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Please explain that.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna let that go.
He's still asleep, dude.
Yeah,
Let him
no,
go.
A Deutschian channel? Is that like some sort of sex move?
Yeah, it's actually it's where you take your anus and you detach it from
Wow.
Go on.
continue.
I'm intrigued.
While you're rimming yourself.
Yeah. You,
Yeah, $17 for
yeah.
Stormbat Dragon, not bad.
Raging hemorrhoids. And,
Hormonal hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
We gotta start earlier next podcast because
Yeah,
Ryke
that's
is just
bad.
losing
I
his
say
shit.
that.
Bobbing his head.
Yeah.
What'd you put in his
My question. That was great.
What'd you put in his drink? Look at
Deutschian channels.
That's the roofie jungle juice. Full effect.
So let's move on to some new decks, and it looks like Mr. Hot Sauce God damn it, tiny leaders again. All right, what do you got?
I don't even know. I don't have it even
Fucking
pulled up, you
tiny
fucking
leaders.
assholes. Jesus Christ. Well, I had this idea. I had this idea of, I'm looking for like new mechanics and stuff for tiny leaders, and where everyone's kind of taking their spots. Like Ryke took the Yasova Dragonclaw. No, that was called
Mm-hmm.
So that shit will steal your opponent's creatures, and that's like the mechanic. And then you have the Mardu chick, Alicia.
My tranny lover.
Get creatures back from the graveyard. My first one was the Shuya, which is the one that gives everything double strike, and hopefully I get like unblockable with it. We had mill, we had discard, and then Peppermint Squeezy is thinking about, he had an extort one, and then now he's thinking about doing like a tokens one. So I'm like, well, what the fuck is left? So now I'm looking at the old mechanic Scavenge. Scavenge is an old mechanic where when the creature's in the graveyard, you're able to pay the scavenge cost, and you're able to put whatever that creature's power is in one, converted into 1/1 counters on a creature on your battlefield. So like, if it was a 5/5 with scavenge for 6 mana, you can pay 6 mana and put 6, and I think you can only scavenge as a sorcery, by the way, but yeah. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, you can put 5 1/1 counters on target creature for paying its scavenge cost. There is a creature that is my commander, which is, what is it?
Voluptuous breath.
Yeah.
Say voluptuous.
Varls? I don't even know what it's called.
Voltron.
Yeah.
One of those viewers.
Varls, the Scar Striped. So anyways, it's a 2/2 for 3 mana. It's black and green. Each creature card in your graveyard has scavenge now. The scavenge cost is equal to its mana cost. So now you can have any creature with any power. You just pay its mana cost, and then boom, you get to put that many 1/1 counters onto a target creature. There's a lot of not a lot, but there's a good select few of cards that are super cheap, as in like 1 fucking mana, that you're able to, or 2 mana or 3 mana or whatever, that have crazy high power and toughness, but have stipulations as far as like, you have to like sacrifice a creature each turn, or one of them is, I think it's a 12/12 for 1 mana, and when it enters the battlefield, you have to sacrifice a creature with power 12 or greater for this to hit the battlefield.
The
so
amount
it's
of creatures equaling 12 power.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay, equaling. So it's like stupid, you know, like what's the point of this creature? But the point of this creature is that if it has scavenge, I can put 12 1/1 counters on a creature for 1 fucking mana. So that's what it is. It's going to be a bunch of creatures that have similar things to that, where they're very cheap mana cost, but very, very high power and toughness. And the stipulations you don't care about. One of them I think it's for like 2 or 3 mana. It is a 8/0. So it means nothing. Like, why is it an 8/0? Like, it cannot enter the battlefield unless you had like some kind of Hall of Triumph, Spear of Heliod, some kind of like pump, you know, to get it +1/+1. So it's a stupid card, but for me,
you just play it in the graveyard.
I just go making sure it goes in the graveyard, and then I can scavenge 8 1/1 counters on target creature. So I'm going to look through some of these creatures. Like, well, okay, here's another one. Death's Shadow. I've seen this in a few other modern kind of like homebrews. Death's Shadow is a creature for 1 black. It's an avatar. Death's Shadow gets -X/-X, where X is your life total. Mm-hmm. And it's a 13/13. So it's a 13/13 for 1 mana. But, you know, if you play it and you have 12 health, it's only a 1/1. If you play it with 5 health, then it's an 8/8. You know, that's the best it can get. But then again, you're like fucking 5 health, and so like, who cares? You're going to use like that.
Jesus Christ.
God damn, dude. So you're like that close to death.
Tonight you're drunk.
But in this case, it's a 13/13 with a scavenge for 1. So there's a bunch of creatures like this, and a few other. Let me see, like if I have Vampire Nighthawk in here. Because it's a lifelink flyer death touch that I can scavenge onto, so it's a good target for that. By itself, like, doesn't work for this deck. It's like, I don't know, it's a regular creature, but if you can scavenge onto it, now I have lifelink for fucking 14. You know what I mean? That's pretty good. So that's pretty good. We have, let's see here, other creatures. Anything else that's really cool? Let's see here. You had some other ideas. I thought, Knife also, you had some shit that you're talking to me about. But.
So you chose Valoraz or whatever as your...
Yeah.
Did you throw in that dude I suggested where the counters stay on him?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's Skullbriar.
Okay.
Haste 1/1. Whenever this guy deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. Counters remain on Skullbriar as it moves to any zone other than a player's hand or library, which means exile or graveyard. So it just stays on there.
Or command zone.
Or command zone, I guess. Yeah, why not? It's a legendary creature, why not? So yeah, this will allow it to work while it's on the battlefield. I can do as much work as I can with it. When it dies, all those counters I put onto it, now I can scavenge. It's only for 2 mana. And, so that's pretty good. So yeah, there's that. There, I put a Farika God of Affliction in here. Because a lot of the things all the things are black or green, and a lot of them are both colors. So I feel like the devotion can get there pretty quick. And also it's it's 5 counters for 3 mana.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of 5 power out there for 3 mana. If it does stay on the board though, then, it has the ability to exile target creature card from a graveyard, put a 1/1, black and green snake enchantment creature token onto the battlefield with death touch. So, like, why not? It's a good value thing on there. And so, anyways, a lot of the creatures are just the same kind of stuff. And once we get on to, like, the sorceries, then it gets kind of silly. So, one of these sorceries that I like is Bitter Ordeal. It's a sorcery for 3, 2 and a black. Search target player's library for a card and remove that card from the game. Then that player shuffles his or her library. But it has Gravestorm. When you play the spell, copy it for each permanent put into a graveyard this turn. You may choose new targets for those, for the copies. So if I like Satyr Wayfinder into this thing, I get to look through your library and just take 4 cards and exile them. Exile, remove the card from the game. So, like for Tiny Leaders where you have like a strategy and you kind of sometimes rely on like these 5 to 10 cards that really make everything work, now I get to just steal that shit. So that's pretty sick. That's a card that...
Do you have other ways besides the Satyr to get that kind of effect, or is it just the Satyr?
There's a couple other things, like Buried Alive, black, everything's 2 and a fucking black. Sorcery. Search your library for up to 3 creature cards and put them into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. So I get to just choose my 3... 12, whatever shits, for super cheap, and throw them in there, and then that will trigger the thing that I just mentioned. So that's awesome. That's a powerhouse.
Yeah,
card.
that's great right there.
Gaze of Granite, which is just like a board wipe for all non-land permanents. Let's see here. Life of the Loom. Return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to your hand. So that will probably be more like a sideboard card against stupid mill over here. Because you're going to be milling lands all day, and so now I get to do that. Just do that instead. Mm-hmm. A couple cards I do have Dredge also, which is kind of nice because you get to just mill yourself. And the last thing I can think of is, let's see here, let me go back. Unearth. Unearth is for 1 mana sorcery. Choose target creature card in your graveyard with a total casting cost 3 or less, and put that creature into play for 1 mana.
Yep.
So, boom, why not? So anyways, we're gonna see how it works, but this is, once again, we're kind of just like, I'm fighting for like whatever mechanics and everything are left that seem relevant for Tiny Leaders. Because a lot of shit sounds like awesome, but it's not like I can do Formidable or Ferocious, like that shit's not gonna do anything, so, or whatever else. So I have to just look at this stuff. I want to do even Exalted would be good, but what are you gonna do?
I've been here
looking for something more interesting.
You need a Noble Hierarch.
Yeah, those are what, like $80? No big deal?
Yeah, just about.
I've been hearing people talk about like the upcoming issue of Tiny Leaders is the fact that there's only so many leaders you can actually use, and so it's very quickly becoming like this very streamlined. There's
like 10 decks?
Yeah. And so it's becoming kind of hopefully something changes kind of issue.
Well, I'm glad I chose the best one, so that's good.
So I actually have a new deck I want to talk about. Since I've been playing this Esper Mill in Tiny Leaders, I thought, why don't I try this out in Modern? Because I know in Modern, milling is crap. It's like tier 4 or whatever. But I always kind of wanted to fuck around with it. And I want to build it in paper so I can fuck around with these guys. So I just took my Tiny Leaders deck and... made some changes here and there and added 4-ofs and all that crap and came up with a list. So I'm running 4 Path to Exiles. Of course. Awesome card. And also my opponent searching their library will come into great use. 4 Hedron Crab. I've almost won games just off of 2 Hedron Crab on the board. 2 Thought Scour. I just added 2 Anticipate. I really like that card. 4 Mana Leak. Remands are fucking expensive. So
what are they on Moto? Like $10?
Something like that.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
15, 16 in paper.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. He didn't believe me either, but
good thing I have my Remand then. That's cool.
Yeah, no, me too. I just bent mine today. Bent the corner real good.
Oh, nice. That's the way to do it.
And I have 3 Archive Traps. What the fuck is that, you might ask? Well, it is 3 blue for an instant trap. If an opponent searched his or her library this turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay Archive Trap's mana cost.
Fuck.
Target opponent mills 13. So
it's instant. 0 to 13. No,
it's instant.
Holy shit!
So Path to Exile into that.
So, or if just in my opening hand,
it is fetch land.
Yep, exactly. Boom.
Just boom. Oh,
13.
Jesus Christ!
So I'm running 3 of those. I have 4 Thoughtseize. I'm running 4 Devour Flesh and 2 Crypt Incursions to gain that life, and of course 4 Glimpse the Unthinkable, 4 Mind Funerals, and 2
How much were Glimpse on online?
They're like $6.
Okay.
And then 2 Ashiok's I just added.
Have you been playing it?
Yeah, I've been playing. And,
good? You've been milling?
I've been milling, but it's
milling all day, baby.
It's close, but the only problem I have is that fucking Emrakul when it tries to go into the graveyard, it goes back into the library and it shuffles in the graveyard into the library. So if
It does?
Yeah, so if
I didn't know it shuffled the graveyard back in.
Yeah, so if I mill away your Emrakul, then
Restart.
just restart your whole
And
graveyard
I can
goes back
see.
in.
I did not know that happened. I thought it just that it could not hit the graveyard because it can't be cheated
I
in.
thought that too.
Fuck me, that's crazy.
Then so I had to go find a fucking card to deal with it.
How do you deal with Emrakul?
So in the sideboard I have 3 cranial extractions.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
3 and a black for a sorcery, arcane. Name a non-land card, search target player's graveyard, hand, and library for all cards with that name and exile them, and then they shuffle their library. So basically...
Remember, I have that card that I just mentioned. It's only 2 and a black. Okay, anyways.
Wasn't it black and a green?
No, it's just 2 and a black. And it is you're able to, it might be an older card though. I really have no idea if it's in the modern format. But it is, let me look at it right now. It is Bitter Ordeal. I'm just gonna look it up right now. Let's see here. When it come out? I don't know. Who knows? Search target player's library for a card and remove that card from the game. Then that player shuffles library. But it has the Gravestorm. When you play the spell, copy it for each permanent put into a graveyard this turn. So you get to mill. So like really, if you could mill them with something simple, mill them for 0 at 13, now you can search for 13 cards.
Right.
Actually 14 cards because you get to do it again.
Yeah, that's true.
That's 14 cards, baby.
I want to be able to look at their hand too. So it's gone forever.
But you're milling double. Don't be stupid. You just build 26 cards.
Don't be stupid. So I got 3 of those in the sideboard. I got a Tormod's Crypt, which is the 0 costing artifact, and I sack it, exile target player's graveyard. Because there's a lot of graveyard shenanigans in Modern.
Okay, I was going to say, but why'd you have that? I guess you're right.
Whether it's like Snapcasters or whatever.
That makes sense. What about that? There's that one artifact that you just like tap at each turn and you get to target one card.
Yeah, that's not good enough just because I have so many cards in their graveyard.
When you get to at the end, you can, if you sack it, and you exile everything from every graveyard and then you draw a card.
Huh, well, I'll have to add that in there.
That's like the most common one I see it for Graveyard Hate. I don't know what it's called, but I see it played in a lot of modern
I think I know which one you're talking about. I just threw this list together with what I had.
Relic of something, by the way. I don't know what it's called. But
I got 3...
Digger's Cage or whatever?
No, that's not it. Anyways, I got 3 Duress, 2 Dispel, 3 Negate, and 2 Revoke Existence, which is exile target artifact or enchantment, because Modern is just full of that shit.
Right.
So I'm still like learning the metagame and all that, but I'm having fun with it. And I'm kind of learning what the popular decks are out there and learning, what to look for or what to play against. I haven't entered any dailies or anything, but I just play in the tournament practice room. And that might not be the ultimate playtesting experience, but I'm having fun with it. Relic of Progenitus.
Oh yeah, that's popular.
Exile all cards from all graveyards, draw a card. Well, I am adding that.
Yeah, so it's 1 mana artifact. Tap it, target player exiles a card. So actually you don't get to choose the card, that's the problem. Target player exiles a card. You get to do it on turn, 1. So hopefully you can just keep milling, or keep, exiling whatever they throw in there.
Right.
Without instead of just doing their freaking lands and shit. But still, you could pay 1, exile the relic, and exile all cards from all graveyards, and then you get to draw a card. So it's good value. It's good value. Plus draw a card, that's the best.
I like drawing cards.
Cards are sweet.
So yeah, and I named it Making It Rain, because I make it rain in the graveyard. So yeah, that's
I like it.
pretty much the new stuff I've been doing in Magic.
It's not bad though. I want to play against it. I want to actually play Mill, but it's kind of your thing.
No, go for it.
No. You guys never play Exalted. You better never play Exalted.
I am going to build a Evolved Tiny Leader.
No.
And it's probably going to be horrible, but I want to give it a shot.
It's because I didn't build it. That's why. No, that's fair enough.
Because there's only one set that had them all.
No shit. I know how it's like.
Very narrow.
Here's my deck. Oh, here's my deck. Oh, they're the same.
But there's a lot of ways to move counters, put counters on stuff. So might be just like a counters deck with Evolve in there.
Right. That would be pretty fun. Plus, they have that the one that doubles it. The new one. Is that green card? 1 green. What the fuck's that called?
Hard scales.
Hard scales. I mean, why not? It's good for tiny leaders.
Interesting. I think.
Real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not going to get into the deck itself. I built a mono red standard deck. I don't want to play against you guys with it, tweak it before really talking about it at all, but it's named a Don't mess with the bull dyke on the rag.
Wow. That's an appropriate name. That's a good way to end an episode right there.
It has 2 of the Irish shaman, and she's definitely a bull dyke.
So she has a big old chest.
Oh yeah, don't fuck with that big old berserker. And that's all I was gonna say.
Alright, I like it.
Yep. Well, that's been
I'm sold. Let's play it.
That's been episode 34.
I
I don't know.
34. I think you're right.
Is it 34?
We're off because we missed one, so yeah, 34.
Yeah.
34.
It's been
Do one for every number around it. Just do an outro for every.
yeah.
That's it. It's episode 35.
That's been it for episode 32. Episode 35. Episode 34. Bueller. Alright, but yeah, that's it. That's it for this episode. I'm Knifecity.
This is right.
Samhain Crow.
Hot sauce.
Peppermint Swirl.
And we'll catch you guys later. Oh, this is gonna be real fucking short.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like an hour. We've never had like an hour cast before. I accept.
Hey, you know what I realized? That I have to do a fuckload more ton editing than I do like the first like 10 episodes. Because before I'd be like, oh, I just cut like this one thing out because I like stumbled on my words, or I'll take this little part out where we had to pause for a second and ask a question. Now it's like, okay, I gotta put this here, I gotta put that over there, I gotta cut this whole part out, or we'll fucking,
Yeah.
we'll get so many emails.
Yeah. Someone's getting too offended.
Oh, I'm glad you left the dial dish soap card.
Oh yeah, that was
It's a little close to for my liking, but I really wanted to hear it. It was really, I listened to it today, and I was like, I'm fucking laughing. I wanted to I was gonna text you guys, I'm like, we're so fucking funny. Or a weird shaped boner, whichever one you want to think.
How do you cover that up?
Hey, Corey.
So,
Pop a cork, bro.
and I would say,
What is, I don't even know what it is. I'm trying to see it.
Oh, way faster. What the fuck? That's.
I mean, even my dick's
foreskin and a little pressure.
Wow.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, even my dick slit isn't that big. I've got a big dick slit.
That's a big orange head joke again, dude.
My,
Big orange.
You asked about the big split, right? I know.
we went to Palm Springs NA convention, me and my sponsor in Atlanta one year. And I forget, like, I just got out of the shower and then, like, I was underneath the covers or something, and then, like, my sponsor walked in and he's just basically fits in with us, just saying fucking, if you don't know him, you're like, are you gay? What's going on? A little too comfortable. And, Elena was like, oh, you know, she grabbed the fucking, sheet or whatever, and I was like, oh, I don't fucking give a shit, whatever. And then he was like, bro, you got a big dick slit. And I was like, what, dude? Like, that's normal. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, he ripped his dick out. I'm like, no, dude, you got that's tiny. Like, that is a tiny little, yeah. You have a lot of, like, pressure. You must, like, be able to squirt across the room. He's like, no, dude, I've seen a lot of porn. You got a big dick slit. So I started taking, you guys might know what.
You got all self-conscious pictures.
No, I sent the dick slit pictures. I think on Tumblr, I think I have a slit of the week. I only put like 4 of them up there, but it was different.
4 and 40 minutes.
It was like me putting different items.
I've got
in, like, not like in,
I
but
shit
like,
you not, this came up in the fucking fact.
oh, Jesus. That is.
If you read it, it'll tell you why you have a huge dick slick.
No, mine's not like wide, it's just like long. I guess.
It's not supposed to go to the
It looks like a butt crack, dude.
You're supposed to split that for?
Here's where I fucked up. I asked for the longest urethra.
The meatus? Dude, the meatus is normally a wide slit. It's called the meatus? Finger applies pressure to show how wide the meatus opens. Oh my god. The meatus. That is a great name, and I've stared at that way too long. So anyways, I like smash a cigarette and then like kind of put it on there in the picture where it looks like my dick's smoking.
I don't think I can fit a fucking paperclip in mine, dude. I don't think I can.
And there was one where I put up, I didn't like stick it in, but I put a quarter up to it like it was a slot machine or something.
Credit card, just gift it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can fit a quarter in it?
No, I said it looked like it was good.
I know.
And you can actually just like, just let it go.
Yeah.
Stay right there.
And then I flip my dick up and it goes right in the video.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know it's like an elephant arm.
Yeah. Welcome to Let's Get